What's up, creators? Welcome back to Creator Insider. I think you were going to lead off the video, but I don't care. Watch to the end. I'm going to teach you how to pull lots of views.
You're the professional here, so no problem there. This is MrBeast, in case you're one of the few people on YouTube who doesn't know MrBeast.
I hate when people say
And I'm
so.
Todd. I work on the product team for the homepage and recommendations at YouTube. And so I first heard MrBeast last year at our North American Creator Summit. Now, I didn't actually meet you at the time, but all the creators were running around there saying, oh my gosh, you got to talk to MrBeast. He's got this binder with all these charts. He's cracked the algorithm. And since I work on the algorithm, I just knew I had to talk to you. So fortunately, we got connected at Vid Summit, and now we're gonna share your secrets on how to be a successful creator on YouTube. You've had quite the ride. So when did you start uploading to YouTube?
Oh, we gotta do the boring stuff first?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I started in on this channel, or my channel, 2013. I've been doing it since I was 13 years old. And when I first started, I got 100,000 subscribers with an iPhone. And this is an iPhone 5 that recorded in 30 FPS, terrible quality. So as you guys know, equipment's never an excuse, because people were constantly roasting me for the quality when I first blew up. I was like, I don't have money, I don't know what to do. But then, I just reinvested every dollar I made, and over the last, 8 years, just slowly grew into whatever I do now.
So now that you've been on the platform about 7 years, what would you say to creators that are getting started? I mean, do you think that it's still possible to start a channel on YouTube in 2020 and be successful, or is it...
It's funny you saying that to me, because I know you know the answer to it. Yes, it's obviously, it is. And the thing is, though, with the videos I was making when I was a smaller creator, I genuinely felt like, the algorithm hates me, or this is unfair. But I just wasn't making content that deserved to get views. I don't know a nice way to put it. So I'm glad I'm talking about myself, because anyone else I'd feel bad. But the videos sucked. I mean, you just look at the retention graphs. People would click off at the beginning. People didn't know sometimes what they're clicking on. And if I wasn't retaining a viewer, just why would it make sense for you to promote it? Why would you promote a 10-minute video that people watch on average a minute and a half? It just doesn't make sense. So, honestly, I forgot the original question. What was it? Oh, yeah. I've seen people literally start a channel and within a month hit 100,000 subscribers. I've seen it. I personally know someone who had a channel with 100 subscribers, and me and my mom, boys, other YouTubers that I feel like have a good understanding of how YouTube works, we just help them optimize the video. And I don't like to say the name of the channels, because then I feel like I'm taking credit for their success, but literally 100 subscribers, he got 3 million views on a video. And that was with no artificial push. It did 50 views, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000. It just stair-stepped up every day. And so it's 1,000,000% possible, but it's very hard right off the bat to know what makes a good video, how to hold a viewer, how to get them to click and stuff like that. Some people are naturally entertaining, and retaining a viewer is just much easier for them. And some people, like me, you just need a long time to develop.
So what was it that when you were coaching some of these other channels, what were some of the things that you identified as opportunities for improvement?
A lot of it is just you can just tell when a video shouldn't go viral. At the beginning of the video, just tell, literally the simplest thing, just tell them why they should watch it. If you're putting 1 million Orbeez in a pool, don't start the video with you shopping for, your mom's birthday present. At the beginning of the video, just say, we're going to put 1 million Orbeez in this pool. And then that right there should, be at least slightly sufficient.
To help people know what to expect, maybe do a little preview at the front.
Exactly. Yeah. So for most people, it's just that. They're just not hooking viewers, and the video ideas just aren't that entertaining.
Is there anything that you've seen in common to the creators that you've seen to be successful?
No, I mean, YouTube's so big.
So do you think that there's any common misconceptions that creators have about YouTube?
A lot of people blame the algorithm, but typically you can just look at the data and point to it. I mean, I don't really have to dig too deep into that one.
Yeah, so you're known for digging into the data. What are some of the key metrics that you look at?
Well, it's so funny having you ask me this, because I should be asking you. But since I'm the one being interviewed, when you really boil it down to the people who are watching, just think about it. What do you think YouTube wants? To me, I think YouTube just wants people to click on a video and watch it, right? I mean, that's how they get their ad revenue. That's how they keep viewers happy and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure comments, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they want you to click, watch the video, click, watch a video, and just do that as long as possible. So to me, what's important is click-through rate, getting people to click on your video, and then average view duration, average view percentage, or just relative retention, and having them watch it. If people are clicking your video more than they click other videos, and they're watching it longer than they watch other videos, I just, as simplistic as that is, that's like what YouTube wants, and I think that's how you just be successful.
Yeah, so I think you hit it right on in terms of what we look at. Our goals with the algorithm are to try to find videos each viewer is gonna engage with. But then another thing that we've been getting more into is what we call satisfaction, and so this is kind of recognizing the fact that yes, we optimize and try to have watch time as one of the key metrics we look at.
Yeah.
But we also know that not all watch time is equally valuable to the person watching. You can spend 15 minutes watching something and then feel like, meh, I just kind of wasted my time. I should have gone to bed earlier or did something else.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like really inspiring and changes your life somehow. And we want to be able to capture that difference. And so the way we do that is with surveys. So
I knew you were about to say that. Yep.
Yeah, so I would add that to what you're saying beyond like clicking on the video and then watching as much as possible. We also want, if we randomly survey a viewer after they've watched, what would they say? Would they say this is one of the best videos I've ever watched on YouTube, or just kind of average? So I'd encourage creators to think about what's going to be satisfying, not just take the most time. So why don't you tell us a little bit about like your creative process? How does it all start with the MrBeast video?
Well, obviously everything starts with an idea. And for me, I like to make my videos a little longer. So that's a big part of what ideas we do. So we just, the biggest thing is obviously a clickable thumbnail and title, interesting stuff, yada yada. But is it something that people will genuinely want to watch? And this might be a little tangent, but one thing is a lot of creators think click-through rate is just like the title and thumbnail and did they click it, but a lot of it too is did they enjoy your last video? You know what I mean? Like, as if someone watches a video of yours and they loved it, you can bet the next time you're recommended, their chance of clicking is a lot higher, So it's like, is it something that can be entertaining for a long time? Is it something that if they watch this next time, they see a video of mine, will they be excited? Like, I loved that last one, so I want to watch the next one. Like those two type of things. And then obviously, is it just interesting and clickable? And so that for, ideation, that's obviously the first and foremost.
Is there anything that you think is unique to how you film or your editing process that...
Well, I guess we start with filming. For me, and it might not always show, trust me, and I know I might sound like I come across as a know-it-all. I swear, I'm still learning stuff every day. When filming, though, I like to try to just put it, I feel like a lot of creators have a mindset of like, how can I get the most views with the least amount of time? And I'm not saying that's wrong, because obviously I have that mindset sometimes too, but I try to, when filming, put in as much work, even if it's like a 15-second part of a video, even if that one little part will take like 10 hours,
Wow.
But like hypothetically, right? But that 15 seconds is like, wow, like that's great. Like I feel like viewers genuinely notice when you go the extra mile. And so with filming, it's just like trying to make sure we're doing everything we can, no matter how expensive it is, no matter how much time it takes, to make the best video possible so they have the best experience. And so they want to, obviously watch more videos because that's what you want the viewers to do. And then with editing, just no dull moments, have a good hook at the beginning. Some minor tips I could give is like, if I do a video like Last Leaf Circle wins 10 grand, obviously people are going to watch to the end because they want to see who won the money. So you could apply that to your videos. If somehow you could have a payoff at the end, then, more people are going to watch to the end just to see what happened. And just obviously don't cut out all dull moments, try not to over-explain things. If a camera just sits on me and I'm just talking for 20 seconds, it doesn't hold retention as well as, maybe me talking and other footage popping up. There's things like that if you just, there's literally in your analytics, and most of you probably know this, audience retention. You can see where people click off. Just literally go through your last 50 videos, write down where everyone clicked off, and then just don't do those things again.
How do you keep things fresh and engaging over time? You uploaded, 100 videos last year?
Somewhere, probably lower, probably like 70 to 80. But
okay.
Yeah. again, I'm not perfect, so I don't do a great job of it, but, you know, I like to end a series or a challenge on a high note. Like, you can just kind of tell when people are getting a little tired of it, or, you know, I just gave away $1 million, so let's take hand off of it. So now if I do last to do blank wins 10 grand, it's just not really the same effect. But I'm still going to maybe occasionally do it, but it's just like, to keep things fresh, just, again, it's hard because so many of them are different. Like, if they're a Fortnite creator, you know, I'm not trying to tell them to switch games every month, because then that might kill their career. But for me, I just like to, you know, don't milk a series too hard. You know what I mean? Keep it fresh and always try to introduce things here and there. And then if it works well, take it and run with it for a little bit, then introduce something else new. Because if I just did Lastly videos nonstop for the next 3 years, like, no one would watch me. Everyone would be like, we've seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you mentioned to me that you actually spend a lot of your time on brainstorming.
Yeah, ideas.
So is that like a regular thing?
Yeah,
or?
at the end of the day, like, the idea is a big part of the video. You know, not even just from clicking it, but whether or not people watch it. You know, if you're spending 24 hours in a corner, that's just not as entertaining as spending 24 hours in a jail cell. And at the end of the day, like, the only difference there is the idea. It's not the content. It's like, it's what you formulated beforehand. So yeah, like, I like to spend an hour a day. You know, it's dwindled recently. We have a lot of ideas, but if you spend an hour a day thinking of ideas, it's pretty hard to not expect your channel to do better. You know, unless you're just not executing them properly. But
all right, so you're uploading a lot of videos. How do you keep from burning out?
Like, if there's something that, like, I genuinely just don't want to get out of bed and do, that's a problem. And at the end of the day, it's just keeping it enjoyable. So I have Chris and Chandler, if you've seen my videos, they're really fun to be around. So, like, you know, spending 24 hours in a desert by myself would be miserable. But spending 24 hours with my boys and just hanging out and stuff like that makes it so much more fun. So for me, dude, this might not apply to like 90% of you, but for me, creating an environment that's fun, that I get excited for, and then, you know, outsourcing things that just make me not want to get out of bed, I don't know a different way to phrase it, that's what has helped, you know, long term make me stay motivated. So 2 years ago is when I brought Chris on and finally got a little bit of help. But for like the first 6-7 years, it was all me. If we are getting a little deep, it was pretty hard, like, because like all throughout high school, people would tell me I was too obsessed and told me like you shouldn't spend so much time on this. My mom and I fought constantly because like I just wanted to make videos instead of doing schoolwork. And when I dropped out of college, she kicked me out. You know, my mom's like really sweet and she cares about me, but she's like, go to college or leave. And I was like, I guess I have to leave. So it was a lot of ups and downs, and every part of the way, to me, because I just knew that this is what I wanted to do. I couldn't see a life where I wasn't a YouTuber. It was either I'm a YouTuber and half me, or I'm sad. Those are like the only two outcomes. So I just kept making videos and persevering, and a big thing is I tried to connect with other YouTubers, because a lot of what I know and what I've gone over, I wouldn't know without other YouTubers. So I would constantly spam like a dozen YouTubers a day, and like the first few people that I finally got in contact with, I learned so much off of, and they helped me understand how to make an entertaining video and stuff like that.
I was like, is that mine?
Leave that in.
So how do you think about MrBeast and your channel now as a business? Has that shifted in a big way?
It's a lot of what we're doing now. If you really, this definitely won't apply to too many people, but it's just a big logistical nightmare. You know, like I want to put a basketball court in a cloud. I want to play basketball in the clouds. So it'd be cool if we lifted a court in a cloud so it looked like we were playing on a cloud. Like, dude, I don't know, like, what, do you get 4 helicopters? It's just like right now the company, we're more of a logistics company than, you know, so it's just been pretty crazy. The videos just have kept getting bigger and stuff.
Have you used the new studio? I guess it's out of beta.
Yeah.
Right now. Have you used it? How do you feel about it? You got any feedback?
Honestly, I'm sure once I get used to it, I'll like it. I'm constantly just trying to figure out where things are. I know that's probably not what I should say, but I just can't find anything half the time. Yeah.
We want to hear the honest feedback about it and fix the things that we can make better. What could we look forward to with MrBeast in the next 5 years?
They don't care. 2020 is the year of Team C's, so if that interests you, feel free to reach out to me. It's probably going to be in like, you know, September, October, far away, but just putting it on your radar.
Team C's.
Yeah, so we did Team Trees. Team C's will probably be like plastic in the ocean. I honestly, like, I'm still trying to, figure out what will make the biggest impact. I don't know the details yet. I just want to keep making better and better and better videos, and that doesn't always mean money. And that's something I'm coming to terms with, especially after doing $1 million giveaway. There are, time, effort, creativity. There are other ways to make a better video.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to keep making better videos, do yearly fundraiser things. And I love YouTube. I want to be doing this for the next 10 years. This is all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else in my life.
Do you have any thoughts on where YouTube might end up in 5 years?
You really want to know what I think?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously, I don't know the exact metric, but I think it's like 90% of the searches in the West or whatever go through Google, and Google obviously owns YouTube, so obviously a lot of that will go to YouTube, and so I think YouTube's only gonna get bigger and bigger. It's a great place to be. To be honest, I don't think there's that many more lucrative companies really out there than being a YouTuber. Just to be frank, you know what I mean?
Well, it's been awesome having you on Creator Insider.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you sharing your insights with other creators, and wish you the best of luck with MrBeast channel this year and beyond.
Leave a comment if you have questions. We'll have Todd go reply to a bunch, right?
All right, I'll do it.
Will you?
Yeah, sure.
All right, there you go. Hit him with your hard questions.
All right, thanks everyone, and keep it real.
This is
All right.
fun. I love this, by the way. Like, seriously, I love helping YouTubers. And it's kind of hard because a lot of people do ask me for advice. But if I ever see you somehow, like, feel free to ask me questions. I love this.